All right, just like I promised, today we're going to talk about community. Let you guys see my view this morning. But we're going to talk about community, man. Um Community is very important. And this video is for, all my parents out there that's still here with me. You know what I mean? And I'm not going to start the videos off anymore saying child loss and those things to trigger you. We're just going to I'm gonna say my parents that are still here. You know what I'm saying? So when it comes to community, man, like if you are around somebody who has lost, who if you're around a parent that's still here, and I'm just tell you from my own experience. When I found out the tragic news that my daughter was no longer going to be on this earth with me, it was like an eject from my body, and I was just watching myself from the outside looking in. Like, disassociation is an understatement. Man. So for me, it felt like I was trying to navigate my soul back to my body. There was just obstacles in the way, and I just needed somebody to move the little obstacles out the way as I went on my own journey, and also, like, I wasn't looking for anybody to fix anything or find an answer. I just wanted to take my mind off what I was thinking about. So if you are a part of that community for someone, be able, if you are able. If you're not able to, then remove yourself. Honestly, that's the number one thing. If you're not, and that's okay. That's okay. If you're not emotionally strong enough to support someone who's going through a tragedy as deep as this, don't even try, because you're only going to make it worse than if you just removed yourself. That's number one. And any of my parents that are still here can tell you that for a fact. They feel the same way. I know they do. Two, when I say I was walking through life and I needed someone to move like obstacles out of my way, making sure nothing else was attacking me. When I spoke about being so deep in depression where you don't eat, you don't want to shower, you don't want to do none of those things, and all you need is someone to remind you. Seriously, you just need someone to remind you, like, to be human, for real. Like, you stop, your natural human body functions just stop, paralyzed spiritually, and you need someone to remind you of the daily functions. That it's like you're a toddler learning to live again. No cap. It's sad. It sounds crazy, but it's very sad for that parent that's going through it, because I feel like ain't nothing you can do about it, and there's everything under the sun that you want to do about it. Check up on them. Call. You don't have to physically be there. Just give a phone call sometimes. And another thing, everything that you do don't have to cost money. Like, I take these walks in the morning. Like, if you want to take walks, these walks are everything. Like, taking walks in the morning and just letting the mind, take them on a walk. Everything don't have to be money. So it's like, when I think back to that time, all I wanted to do is lean into someone. Like, you remember when you were a kid and you fell and hurt yourself and you just wanted to be comforted so bad. You wanted to be comforted so bad. Like, you only wanted it from a specific person. You would run straight to that person. And if you couldn't find that person, you would just lose your mind. Yeah. That's where we be at mentally and emotionally. So we just be needing comfort. I don't need to be told everything's going to be okay. I just need to know I'm not alone. And I just need to be recognized that I exist, because I think that I no longer exist in whatever reality is happening right now. Also, if you're part of that community, if you see them do something like even simple as like eating food, and they normally, anything that someone who's a parent that's still here, anything they do that's not they haven't been doing because of the state of mind, congratulate them. Tell them they're doing a good job. It goes a long way. I'm telling you, there's a lot you can do in a community that really don't cost nothing. It don't cost nothing but time and compassion and empathy. And for those parents who are still here, who don't have a community, I know you feeling this right now, because the things that I'm talking about, I know you're thinking about the people in your life and how they've dropped the ball. Trust me, I know I've had people drop the ball too. I know exactly how you feeling hearing all of these things that you deep down in your spirit, you feel you need, and I'm explaining exactly down to the T. You like, man, this dude gets it. I know. Trust me, I know. If anybody, I know, right? Hold on, let this car pass. So, I know, right? And that's why I'm building this community, so you don't feel like that no more. You got me, Like, I ain't gonna cry on camera, you know what I'm saying? I'll pause the video, shed some tears, and come back on here, my eyes be red, and y'all can put two and two together, but I'll bond with you, you know what I'm saying? We'll connect, we'll knee to knee, like I said, I'm gonna tell y'all my story and what I've been through and what I'm currently going through and what I've been able to overcome, because not everything is sad, you know what I'm saying? I'm not trying to make everything low, like, you know what I'm saying? I want to uplift the parents like myself that are still here, but we gotta start from the beginning. We gotta get down to the meat and potatoes, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm gonna take you, the way I'm gonna tell the story is how I've went through my journey, and man, listen, we're gonna go through it together. You know what I'm saying? This is virtual group therapy right here. Virtual group, not me as a therapist, because I'm not no therapist and I don't give therapy advice. I don't do none of that. I'm just saying, like, this is like a group, like this, like discussion, like we having a I forgot what it's called. I don't want to say the wrong thing, but nah, we definitely vibing, bro. But yeah, community, if you out there and you trying to be the support system for a parent that's still here, and you've listened to the things that I've said, and reevaluate yourself, you know what I mean? And like I said, if you can't provide that type of emotional support, then remove yourself, but make sure you explain to that person why you're removing yourself, because if you just remove yourself out of nowhere, you just disappear, man, that friendship is forever done, because I felt like you abandoned me, and now I got abandonment issues, you know what I'm saying? Like, off rip. Like, if you stop talking to me just because you think like, oh, that's too much going on over there, like, I ain't gonna communicate that, oh yeah, you're cooked. Yeah, 100%. This relationship will never be the same. No. You know what I'm saying? But when I tell you community is important, it's very important, because when I tell you right now, I can name off my circle of people, but I don't want to I don't want to put so much light on them about because they don't really like being on spotlight stuff. But I tell you, this one person that's been in my life wholeheartedly, who's been like the perfect example of how to be a strong community to a parent that's still here, and that's my homegirl, Baby D. I'm gonna call her Baby D, but she know who I'm talking about. Yeah, she know who I'm talking about. Short, feisty, yeah, from the South, yeah. But that's my dog, man. That's my dog. She has been the perfect example since I found out the tragedy till today. She has literally walked with me every step of the way, like every single step. And that's no knock to anyone else who's been there for me, because you guys have been there and